Good morning, evening, whatever it is where you are, and welcome to another episode of Looking for Legends, where we get nerdy, throw math rocks, and look for legends. Go ahead and bring everybody else in here.
Hey!
It is a pleasure to be with you all tonight, because tonight we've got some big things coming. Or should I say, we've got some big things coming.
Big things right here,
yeah. We've got El Toro's first, premier little match in the underground of Balshador. We will get to that, however, in just a minute. For now, I would like to just give a shout out to Monument Studios. Monument Studios made all the music that we're going to be playing tonight. And if we get to any maps, and I hope that we do tonight because I've got some fun things planned. If we get to any maps, those will be Darkest maps. Check both of them out. Patreon, Instagram, all the things. I'll have it linked. I need to go back and link some things because I've gotten a little behind, but c'est la vie, I guess, when you work two jobs. That said, I think we also have some Our Flag Means Doom to talk about.
Yes, y'all can find me on Our Flag Means Doom at Mr. Dandy DM's YouTube channel, where we play in his homebrewed world of Adromia, where me and 3 other tables are all the worlds themselves simultaneously are being played at the same time, and apparently there's a little bit of a rumor among the table players going on right now that there might be a convergence happening for New Year's for all 18 players. So we'll see how that goes if it goes down.
Convergence.
But there's that to look out for. I have also got my t-shirt shop started up and going, vickedandvimsy.com.
Whoop!
And that's about all I got at the moment. I'm sure there's probably more, but tired brain is tired.
Absolutely. And then always also Roll for Chaos on YouTube. Caden is not here because he had some emergency last minute, but we will forgive him for that this time. Next time. Next time he gets all of our crap about it. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so send some good vibes his way. He's taking care of some stuff. He should be on at some point a little bit later. What else is there to say? Anything from the rest of you?
Myself, will be attending C2E2 in April.
Yes.
That's April 11th through 13th, 2025. They've got a lot of cool people that we're going to be seeing, hopefully. We got the cast of Critical Role, cast of Baldur's Gate 3, and I'll actually add this one in there, too. They have the cast of Starship Troopers making
Heck yeah.
making a swing by, so I hope to get an autograph or two somewhere. But, yeah, that's going to be a good time.
Absolutely. So, if everyone has said their piece, then we'll go ahead and kind of jump into things. But before we do, I do have to say that our content does include fantasy violence, social adversity, and plenty of adult themes as part of the storytelling. The characters, events, and settings are purely fictitious, and any resemblance to actual persons living or dead or to real-world events is coincidental and unintentional. Viewer discretion is advised, as some themes may not be suitable for all audiences. By continuing with us, we ask that you accept these elements and join in the community in-game that we all love. Thank you guys so much for being a part of our legendary journey. Let's go ahead and jump into this. When last we left our band of misfits, our wayward travelers, as it were, you had found your way to Balshador, a city where you realized almost immediately things were not simpatico for all peoples. You realized that some lineages and some classes just didn't quite jive with what was going on there. A fact which perturbed several members of the party to the point of anger and almost to the point of aggression. That said, you also found your way to, well, that is, Stark and Nir Khan found your way with Rev to the house of Kalen, their cousin, whom they intended to visit whilst they were in Balshador. Finding the house empty, you all looked around and realized that there might be some things that need help, some things that need patched up. Worry that found it written in a letter, worry that Kaylin might hurt the one she loves. That what she had turned into was unfit for a life lived with them. Other than that, Magda helped in the slums of the outer ring of Balshador, healing as she was able, and leaving a small makeshift apothecary-ish thing without really a trace of her having been there, other than a healed sick boy and a wound closed up on a worker. Salvi played some music and gained some coin. After all of you reconvened, you decided, some of you, to rest, Magda and Nir Khan. The rest of you found your way to a a fighting pit of sorts, a place called the Broken Arena. You made your way into almost kind of the top of what once was a tower that has since collapsed. People sort of standing around in a circle where a fight was ensuing in the midst of it. Stark, disguised as a somewhat helpless old man, you challenged the reigning champion. The champion very quickly and heartily obliged, a halfling fellow, sort of foaming at the mouth at the thought of a challenge. Jumped into the ring with you. After having been announced, the both of you, you threw off your coat, revealing yourself as the mighty Toro.
Yeah. Feel it. Gotta get it in there deep, like. Wait.
Pause.
Hold, El Toro.
And intimidated this barbarian that keeps, in an attempt to maintain their rage, scratching at their own selves. At this point,
rabies.
Yeah, for sure. At this point, I will once again say you came up through a trapdoor, or of sorts, and onto what once was the top of a lookout tower. The tower has since crumbled, and you are only about 20 feet above the ground. The rest of this tower top stays intact. There are sort of walls sort of crumbling around the sides, people standing around you can't even really call it a ring. It's just kind of an area of the floor where they're all rooting for some person or another in each fight. No weapons are around you, but the platform is elevated about 20 feet from the ground, and you have placed bets. No, Stark did not. Salvi placed bets with Stark's money. As you've been announced, I would like you, Will, to roll me some initiative.
Oh, here we go. First roll of the game. How do we do? Yeah. The 10.
Okay, all right. And I will be rolling in person. That is a natural 1. I'm putting that die away. You will be going first, and I do believe I sent you the rule set that we got drafted up.
Yeah.
This will. It's no problem. We're kind of learning this together. We drafted up sort of a bit of a secondary win condition based on style points that El Toro and the Beast can attempt to perform different maneuvers as opposed to an all-out brawl to the death. El Toro, make your first move.
As he's standing there clawing at himself, waiting for my song to end, and as it just finishes, and everyone's just like, "Hey, that was pretty good. All right, well, that's not too bad." I'm just like, "Yeah!" I'm gonna run up to him, and I'm going to do just a shoulder check, like right into his chest, to try to catch him off balance. And that is going to be 10 plus 6, so 16 to hit.
Okay, a 16 hits.
16 to hit. He needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, con save, absolutely. That one is a natural 19.
No, he saves. So he doesn't fall prone, but he is staggered back 5 feet.
Absolutely.
And from the shoulder check, he is going to take 12 damage, non-magical.
Okay, absolutely.
Bludgeoning.
Go ahead and mark that down. 12. And he is raging, so that will be halved to 6.
And I am also, for my bonus action, since he is still just standing there, I am going to... where is it? My setup's all weird now.
You're good.
Double slap open palm strike.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to roll 2 separate d20s. A 22 to hit and a 14 to hit.
A 22 hits, a 14 does not.
Ooh, so only one open palm strike. It's just damage, no special effect. And
Okay.
14 bludgeoning.
All right, which will be halved to 7. So.
And he's going to stand there at the ready. Just boom! He just comes in, shoulder checks him hard, staggers back a few feet, and he just walks up and tries to take a swing. He dodges, and he hits him with the second one across the face.
Absolutely.
Now it's your turn, little man.
Okay, all right. At that, still in rage, this little halfling, foaming at the mouth, just shouting in no language you know, attempts to grapple you. So let's see. Does have advantage on grappling checks. Ooh.
Does he beat a 25? Because I rolled a 19.
He rolled a natural 20, but his strength score is not as high as yours.
Oh, you wrapped around my thigh. Look at him.
Yeah, absolutely. Which makes sense because he is, again, a halfling. You just is that like trying to like gnaw on your thigh, and you just kind of absolutely. And then let's see, as a bonus action, he's going to shove back off of you and just he's gonna turn around and smack his butt and just look at you again and just in a taunt, which does gain him. Let's see. What is the rule that I sent you for?
Yeah,
taunt?
I remember something with taunt. I was only able to read through it one time.
All right, so it is. All right, so it looks like you're gonna need to make a wisdom save against that taunt.
Wisdom.
No plus to that.
Natural 18.
Okay, all right.
0.
You pass. You are beginning to just like you're coming out wiping the floor with this little guy. He does not get any style points for that, so that's his turn. Which brings us back to you.
So how far away has he backed off?
He's still within melee of you.
Okay. I am going to attempt to grapple. No, little man, this is how you grab him. 26. Natural 20.
He's grappled.
And I'm going to grab him by the tuft of the hair on his chest, and I grab him by his loincloth and like lift him up in the air, spin him around for all the crowd to see. So this is your champion. I'm kind of disappointed. Don't worry. The new one's here. So I am going to attempt a gorilla press. I need to do 3 strength checks against him while he's up in the air. First one is a 17. You're muted.
He rolled a 21 on that first.
Okay. So it's going to, gorilla press is going to end right there. I don't get anything special from it. So he's just going to get tossed straight up into the air and fall straight on the ground in front of me.
Okay. Excellent.
Nothing special happens. He takes 15 bludgeoning as he falls prone to the mat.
Okay. All right. 15 bludgeoning. So that will be halved to 7. You are still. This is. You're making a clean sweep right now. All right.
Sell it to me. Sell it to me.
Okay. All right. Anything else on your turn, El Toro?
That's basically my full actions and everything, but I'm going to lean in close and everything, and I'm going to put my hand on his chest like I'm going to like hit him, and I'm going to hold him right there. Now you got to get up, and now it's your turn. I hit you too damn hard. You got to put on a show, or this is not even fucking worth it.
Okay.
Damn.
Right. I'm going to give you a style point for the one-liner before your moves. I can't remember what you said, but I loved it, and I meant to say it then. You're going to get a style point for that.
It's recorded, so it's fine.
It's true, yes.
Because I forgot.
All right. Then, on his turn. Trying to figure out, like, what I can do now.
It's currently prone.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. All right. He's going to run. Well, he's going to use half his movement to stand. He's going to take a few steps, run, and jump off of a person, like feet first, kind of Thor style, just jump off of a person, flip back, and then run at you, attempting an acrobatics move, which should he succeed, we'll get him some points. And does he have any advantage on that? Because that sucked.
Sure.
He does not. Ooh. Yeah, no, okay. So he fails his acrobatics check, meaning that what he will do is attempt another taunt. That's all he can do at this point. Go ahead and make me a wisdom save.
Did he injure the guy he was trying to jump off of?
No.
Good. Only a 13 wisdom save.
Okay. So, wait, that's against 8 plus proficiency plus charisma. This is charisma modifier.
-3.
Okay, that will fail. So you have disadvantage on attacks against anyone but him. Not that matters for 1 turn, as well as he gets a style point, 2 style points for a taunt. Okay, all right. That is back to you, El Toro.
So, I didn't hear. So when he jumped off that guy's face, how is that guy looking?
Okay, so I made a roll for it. Doesn't look injured, so the guy was kind of expecting it. He knows kind of how this guy functions. He saw it going down and kind of put his hands up and shoved back against the beast's feet.
Okay. As he's standing there slapping his booty because he just seems like a short little monkey man, I am going to look at him. Not you, different one. I'm going to look at all the crowd. I'm like, and the champion uses the people as a springboard? He's supposed to lift up the people, not be left up by the people himself. This is disrespectful. And I'm going to run up to him, and I'm going to grab him by the throat to do another grapple.
Okay, make me a performance check as well, because I would count that as a crowd appeal.
Not that high.
No problem.
So, +3, so 15.
Okay, 15 is the DC. So you gain 4 style points as you make that crowd appeal, and you see people kind of starting to, oh, yeah, well, what it is with this guy? Now, make your attacks.
Okay, so attempt to grapple by grabbing him by the throat.
Absolutely. Okay.
19.
All right, he rolled a natural 20 again.
Oh!
It's good. I freaking like this die.
Does cutting words count as magic that can be seen?
Everyone's hearing.
I think it's a class ability, not a spell, right? So I'm gonna say no, because that's basically just kind of like, it's like when somebody goes to make a basketball shot and you're like, miss.
Okay, well then in that case, Salvi at that time, I dare say I've seen better form at weekly tea socials.
All right, what's the die that I have to take off of his roll? D4, D6. Oh, she's looking.
It's a D6, like my bardic inspiration die.
Ooh, buddy. Okay. Let's roll low.
No.
Okay. That is still a 20.
Ah!
Dirty this time, though. Dirty little 20.
So going for him,
Toro.
going for his throat, I'm going to assume he bats my hand away. As he bats my hand away, bonus action, I'm just going to like collapse into it like I'm stumbling from him slapping me. Cheap shot, elbow to the face.
Oh, it's I love the image of like drunken boxing, almost like this stumble. Bah!
Does a 15 hit?
A 15 barely hits. Yes.
Ooh, I rolled low. Okay.
Elbow. Let's have that card up. Cheap shot. Costs nothing. Oh, not a lot. He takes 11 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. All right. 11 bludgeoning. Halved.
It's +6.
Dang. Okay. All right. What else, El Toro?
The attempt for the grapple was
right.
Yep.
Yep.
That failed, and I just followed through with the elbow to try to make it smooth. Like, oh, it's fine.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. Let's see. He is going to dang. He's not going to be able to beat you at your own game. So let's switch this up a little bit.
But that being said, I have a hard time doing things against him that require strength saves because he's rolling pretty good too.
Yeah, it's true.
Is this arena like what we're viewing? Is it standing room, or are there like?
Yeah, it's okay. It's basically like it's basically like Fight Club.
Gotcha. We are forming the circle, right?
You are forming the ring.
Okay. Dowley actually looks up at Salvi and goes, I think your boy might lose this.
I don't think you're wrong. Let's see if we can't make a little money off it, shall we? And she starts walking through the crowd.
Okay. What are you all attempting to do, out of curiosity?
I don't know about Dowdy, but I'm pickpocketing.
Okay. All right. Make me a sleight of hands check.
Everyone's distracted from the fight.
And I will get back to that. Yeah, go ahead and do it at advantage. Okay. We are going to try another flip as an action, which will succeed. Okay, so he points at someone over on the other side and just kind of like starts to run at them. He jumps up in the air, and this person really knew it was coming. They put their hands down, and as he jumps up, he puts his foot on their hands. They lift him up, and he spins backwards, doing a double back flip, lands, and then and will bonus action. What does he have for bonus actions? I know he's got something. Oh! He will bonus action taunt. He apparently can use that as a bonus action. I forgot that was a thing. So, go ahead and make a wisdom save.
17.
Okay, that succeeds. He does, however, gain 3 more style points for successfully completing the acrobatic maneuver. It is your turn.
Seeing how everyone's just getting more excited about him just flipping around and not actually hitting me, because he hasn't yet, I am going to just, play up to the audience. And I am going to run past him, give him a little a little wink. I'm going to run up the wall and attempt a backflip and land with a superhero landing.
Okay, excellent. Go ahead and give me an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics. It's not bad. It's not bad. 19.
Okay,
Plus
you
4.
succeed. All right. Go ahead and take 3 style points.
Like dropping a piano.
I made it look good, though. He's going to run past him, run up the wall, flip, land, superhero landing, leg sweep.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Oh! Does a 14 hit. 14.
A 14 does not.
Ah, damn it. Oh, shit.
Okay. All right.
My turn.
Then, as it comes back to him, he is going to. All right. He's going to
Has he lost his
attempt.
rage?
Oh.
Wouldn't that be at the end of this turn?
Let's see. Wait. Oh.
Because he's yet to hit me, and I didn't hit him this round.
True. I think it would be at the end.
Let's say it at the end.
I think it would be at the end of this turn. If we're wrong, the internet can always correct us. He is going to attempt a. Well, actually, he's just going to utilize it. It's one of his abilities. He's going to use Acrobatic Flourish. That will be an acrobatics check, which passes. On a success, the halfling gains advantage on its next attack roll, and all creatures within 15 feet of the halfling must succeed on a DC 12 Wisdom save, or be awestruck until the start of the halfling's next turn. I would like you, Stark, to roll me a Wisdom save. The only thing this would disallow is reactions, so it's not that powerful, but it is something.
16.
Okay, a 16 passes.
Okay.
However, it does have advantage on the attack that he makes against you. He will then use his drop kick ability, since you have called him out for not hitting you and begun to try his tactics. He is going to switch up and begin to try to attack. Oh, that rolled outside. Okay, so that is an 18 to hit. Does an 18 hit you, Stark?
It does.
Okay. All right. So you are going to take. You are going to take 8 bludgeoning damage, and give me a strength save.
Strength save. That's still +6. So 23.
Okay, so you are not pushed back 10 feet, but you still take that damage, and it is your turn.
Grapple attempt one more time.
Ooh, 16 plus 6 does a 22 grab him.
A 22 grabs him. Let's
22
go.
Grabs him,
And I'm going to lift him over my head, and instead of doing a backbreaker, same movement, I'm having his stomach come down on my knee, giving him the belly buster to make him stunned.
So roll.
Is there a save associated with that?
I rolled a natural 20 to hit. Yeah, I just hit that one.
And let's see, what do I roll for that? 3d6. $19 bludgeoning damage. And for the stun part, he has to make a Constitution saving throw. He's hit, but he saves for the stun.
Okay. Natural 1.
So he's stunned.
He's stunned.
My turn is over, but I'm not letting him go from the belly buster position. So I'm basically taking a knee. He's laying over my other knee, stomach down, ass up in the air.
Are you going to spank this man?
He wants to spank at me. I'll show him how it's done.
Wait. I want to say this.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought I would say this.
Go ahead.
Roll to spank.
Roll a spank.
You really never thought you would say that? I don't believe for a
No,
second.
I had
thought
no
you would
clue
say
that this would ever come up. Roll to freaking
To flavor
spank.
this, I'm doing open palm strikes on his cheeks.
Yes, let's go.
So does a 18
I
hit
love this game.
An 18 hits.
and bonus action hit him again. 19.
A 19 hits. All right, let's
So,
see. Go ahead
first-
and roll me that damage.
First hit is only going to be 8 damage. Second
Okay,
hit
gotcha.
is going to be 10 damage. All of which cut in half. So he's over my knee, just foaming at the mouth, trying not to vomit all over the mat. And I'm just like, you want to taunt me, huh? This is how you do it. Boom! Just you feel the vibrations in the ring from the first hit. Just a concussive smack to the ass cheeks. If anyone could slow time, it would just be a ripple effect all over his eyes. Just like, and he's coming down again. Boom! I really must thank you for becoming the stepping stone for my career.
Okay.
I'm going to
Right.
use that furry chest of yours like a welcome mat as I wipe my feet across it, releasing him and tossing him on the mat again.
Okay.
He is no longer stunned.
He is low on hit points. After that, you see him beginning to like recoil and step back toward the crowd.
Both
He-
cheeks with red handprints all.
Let's see, what can he do to redeem this?
Dowdy would look over and just go, "What a monster!"
That hurts my feelings.
It was meant to.
You're a dick.
Fair enough.
You're short.
Okay.
Like your attention span.
dang. He has so little that he can do at this point. Let's do.
I am out of stamina, though.
What is his that score? Oh no. Okay. Oh well, he has okay. He's going to attempt. Oof. You know what? No, he's not. There's no way a crowd appeal would work at this point. He's going instead to, let me see if that one ability recharges. Acrobatic flourish. It does not recharge. Okay. So he is going to run past the... Well, he's going to run to the edge of the circle and pick up a large chunk of what once was the wall and run at you and just attempt to smash it over, well, smash it at like your knee, because that's what he can reach. He will do that recklessly. Oh, shoot. Okay, so does a improvised weapon. So is an 18 hit.
18 does hit.
Okay, excellent. So that is an improvised weapon attack, so it's only going to be a d4 damage. Roll a 4, so he will, however, gain 4. He will gain 4 style points for an improvised weapon, kind of that tables, ladders, and chairs style thing. As he smashes this into your knee, you just hear, and then it crumbles around your knee. The crowd begins to kind of rally once again behind him. And that is, well, bonus actions.
Attaboy, beastie.
Oh, actually, that needs to be okay. All right, that is his turn.
How is he looking?
He's looking rough, but you're noticing. I should have narrated this a little bit earlier. You're noticing he kind of almost seems to, as he's making his moves in this fight, he seems to be revitalizing himself somehow. As if like the rage is spurring some form of like rejuvenating effect that as he continues to move.
Okay. How far away from me is he now? Is he still melee? Because he just hit me.
Yeah, he's in melee.
With all the wooden debris on the ground right there, I am going to make another grapple against him.
Okay. All right.
Ooh. 18 plus 6. 24.
He's grappled.
He's grappled.
Once El Toro grappled, it's hard to get out. It's freaking, it's he's toast.
On the debris there, I'm going to, without him looking, I'm going to just wave my hand over the debris and summon caltrops all over the debris.
Oh.
And I'm going to hoist him up in the air, and I'm going to do a power bomb where his back lands all over the splintered wood and the caltrops.
Okay.
So, let's see. What's power bomb? Ooh. Make a con save.
Natural 19.
Okay. So he will not be stunned, but he will take full damage.
He will not be shocked, but he will be in pain.
He's going to take 21 damage on top of the pile. I rolled max on the caltrops. I slam him down as hard as I can, maintaining the grapple with his legs up in the air, his bare back exposed to all the sharp wood and the metal going into his back. And I am going to just let go, roll backwards, somersault, and stand up on my feet and just like look at the crowd, go, yeah!
Okay. I'm gonna say go ahead and take. I'm not sure what you're at style points wise, but for that round, go ahead and take 3 style points.
I was supposed to add them. I thought you were adding them.
Dude!
Ah, it's higher. It's higher.
To be fair, I think he's technically got more style points than you do at this point, but.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were like saying that like you were writing them down. My bad.
No, totally fine. That was a miscommunication.
My bad.
No.
I got like 10 gold on you, bro.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
To be fair, this guy's down to like low HP.
Low.
Yeah. He started trying to do the fighting thing, and it's just not. It didn't work.
He
So he
tried to
lost
just be a
2 or
showman.
3 rounds.
Get hit every time. That's it. I'm back up on my feet as he's covered in caltrops all over his back.
Okay, excellent. So, he's gonna try and grapple you. Golly! Ah!
Hang on.
I am as a bonus action. I'm gonna use my blood curse of binding on El Toro.
Oh, you bitch! On his grapple, I rolled a 19.
What does the Curse of Binding do?
Drops a creature's speed to 0, and he can't make reactions until the end of my next turn.
Okay, so
It'd be a strength save for the record.
Okay. I have the strength save against this now.
Mm-hmm.
23
you
save.
freaking chaos gremlin.
Yep.
God damn! Stop it!
You definitely
Okay.
feel like your blood's stiff for a moment. You're like, huh.
It's like, did I pull something? I didn't strike before I fought. I'm sorry.
So it rolled a 19, and you rolled a 19. I believe for attacks, it's meet to beat. Is it not like it would be for AC?
We'll go with that. Let's just say he's got it.
Okay.
He needs a
All
win.
right. Yeah, but that's fair. He really does. So I'm not even sure how to narrate somebody Dowdy's size grappling somebody your size, but let's go ahead
He
and
climbs him like a tree, and then just like grabs his
Absolutely.
arms, but it's really just his wrists.
Did he take the bull by the horns?
That's offensive.
You can easily grapple
runs-
anybody if they're off balance.
Okay, all right. I'm going to combine everything that just got said. He runs underneath El Toro because with halfling nimbleness, he can move through the space of someone, of other people. So, he runs under El Toro's legs and just like throws his elbows out, kind of knocking his knees apart. Turns around, runs like where the knees buckled just a little bit, just plants both feet on the inside of the knees and climbs up El Toro's back, grabs him by the horns, throws like throws his legs around El Toro's neck, and just starts to kind of like try and control El Toro by those horns. You are now grappled. Let's see what else he can do with this now. Because he actually has things that he can do now. He is going to body slam.
Come on and slay it.
Let's see.
Welcome to
A
the-
body slam. Well, actually, I think that he's got one prerequisite to that. Oh, yep. Nope. So the grapple strike actually will deal a D8 damage to you. And then he's got a bonus action for the other thing. The body slam. Okay, so it's only 8 plus 2 for his strength. So it's only 3 bludgeoning damage for that first attack. However, then he auto hits with a body slam. He does the he does the Black Widow thing, where he just kind of drops his weight and spins you around and body slams you. You will then take 3, 4. You will take 6 bludgeoning damage, and you are knocked prone.
Oh no! Maintaining grapple. Prone.
Yeah, he's not easing up on that grapple. It is your turn.
Cool, because I have things for this. Since he's on my back, I am going to do a tick move and try to break free of his grapple and counter it with my own. Does a 21 beat him?
Let's find out. Decidedly.
Okay, so now he is grappled. What's going to happen is he's on my back. I'm just going to roll on top of him. He's going to let go for a half a second, and then I'm going to grapple him. We're both on the ground still. While on the ground, doesn't cost anything. I am going to put him in a figure 4. I am going to twist his one leg up to behind his other knee and rack down on it hard, almost to the point where the bone is breaking. Let's see.
Okay.
4 mobilized for 1 round, only half movement. So the only thing that would happen is his movement would be half next round.
Okay, gotcha.
He's going 10 damage from that.
Okay. Okay.
Maintaining grapple.
Okay, you're maintaining that grapple.
I'm holding that move, just twisting back on it every so often.
Okay. Okay, he's going to he is going to just try to he's going to try and hit you again with his grapple slam.
He is currently grappled.
Which makes that at disadvantage, correct?
He can still attack me with melee, but it is at disadvantage while he's grappled.
Okay. So he has a straight roll then. Okay. So 13 plus 4 is 17.
Still hits.
Okay. All right. So this back and forth between the two of you continues as he slips himself out of your hold, but not before grabbing your arm and pulling you to one side of him. He then kind of throws you in like this very full-bodied armbar, just throws himself back. You are going to take 5 bludgeoning. He then is going to attempt another bonus. Well, actually, it's not an attempt again because it's just it just kind of auto succeeds. Kind of a strange thing. Bonus action. Actually, no. Bonus action. He is going to taunt you. I will need a wisdom save.
Come on. Oh, good. 16.
Okay. Yeah, that succeeds. So you are unfazed by his taunt. In which case, it is your turn.
Come on, you pathetic Welf. Beat his ass.
So I still have him grappled, but he's basically wrapped around my arm. I'm just going to stand up, show him to the crowd. The champion must fall! And I am going to just do a whip move and launch him into the crowd.
Okay.
No damage. I'm launching him into the crowd and hoping that he'll spring back at me.
Okay. I will say you do gain, well, actually, yeah, I would say you do gain 3 style points for this, which puts you almost to where he's at.
Good.
And he does fall into the crowd, and they kind of shove him back out into the ring.
So he doesn't come. He isn't being launched back. He's just in the ring.
Correct. Yeah, he like kind of fell through the line of them, and they kind of picked him up and shoved him back out.
While after I threw him into the crowd and they're dealing with him, I'm going to pick up some of the wood that he hit me with, and it's going to be 2 pieces. I'm going to punch a nail into him to make a cross, and I'm going to hold it. This is where you stop. This is where you end. This is the last thing you'll see. And I'm going to stab the cross into the ground like a makeshift grave. And as he's getting back up, I am going to hit him really fucking hard. I am going to hit him with, since he likes my horns so much, I'm going to give him a goring rush.
Oh, man.
Oof.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Does a 18 hit.
An 18 hits, decidedly.
I'm going to run up piercing damage this time. Goring rush. That's cocked. That's not bad. 11 piercing. And I'm going to Frieza holding Krillin on his horn, just just lift him up and kind of bounce him up there so the spike of the horn is in his torso, just in there.
So I assume this is not non-lethal.
Not non-lethal. I want it to hurt, but I don't really want to kill him. This is a show.
Okay, so it is non-lethal then.
It's non-lethal. He's stabbed, but I'm nothing vital.
Okay, gotcha. Excellent. So how does this win look, El Toro?
Knowing he's gone limp from being on my horns, I am going to tilt my head to the side and let his body fall right by where I set the cross. And I'm going to go up to him, cross his arms, have the flaming fireflies over my eyes as I face the crowd. Death to your champion! And I'm going to throw a little healing potion on top of him.
Excellent. There is a strange mixture of cheers.
I'm going to take four hit points. It's going to regain that.
Okay.
I don't really want him dead.
No, absolutely, absolutely. There's an odd mix of cheers for El Toro and this sort of murmuring about, oh, it's rigged, or our guy never should have lost. As many people had bets placed on this fight, and many people had bets placed against El Toro. That said, Salvi, what was your pickpocketing check from a little while back?
That was a 23.
Absolutely. Give me 1 second.
And just for flavor and funsies, Salvi had pretty much she pulled out some cross stitching like I was doing, crocheting like I was doing, and as she's it's threads from it like within her body, and as she passes by people, they slip in, grabs a little bit, walk on to the next one. It's just
I'm just getting caught up on all the things you guys posted. It tells a story.
it does.
It really does. It really does. So, 12.
This is the best part of online D&D is the day after memes.
The during memes.
Yeah, true.
You were able to pickpocket 24 silver and 9 gold. And your winnings, you put in 15?
I put in 10.
10.
Didn't want to lose
right.
all of his money.
So, I believe that puts you at 70 for your winnings.
From what was gambled, yes.
Absolutely. Yes, from what was gambled.
I believe Dowley put in string. Does that mean I get a rope?
You just get more twine.
We also have someone joining us at this point. Great time to stop in.
Oh yeah!
What is up, my boy?
Oh yeah, brother.
I'm injured. Yeah.
That sucks.
So, that all said, do you all and we could resolve any other gambling that you all want to do with a series of skill checks. So if you want to gamble more, we can totally do that. We can do that off screen, whatever. Otherwise, you all return to the place where you have sort of made your camp in the outer ring. You see a fire sort of crackling in the midst of the camp. A couple people sitting around telling stories. You see one woman standing before a group next to the fire, and as she weaves a story of a great heroine of long ago when the gods still walked this plane, you see figures emerging in the fire. Very like Narnian lullaby.
Ooh, fire.
If you're picking up what I'm putting down, but less lions roaring at the end. But these figures begin to tell the story, and the group standing by, observing, listening, are enraptured, almost hypnotized by the movement of the flames until the story comes to an end. They all kind of regard you. Yala speaks up. You all are returning rather late now.
There was a rather fantastic fight you missed.
A fight? I would love to hear the story. Would you mind to regale us with it?
I mean, Kelsey's memory isn't that great, but Salvi would be more than happy to tell every single detail.
Give me a performance check, and Yala will lend advantage to you, telling the story in her flames.
That's a 29.
Are you a bard or something?
Yes.
Or something?
Okay.
Bard locked in.
Your story is told both in. Actually, I would like you to describe how Salvi tells a story.
Salvi tells her story much in the way that that classical storytellers would tell, where she's pausing for moments of dramatic effect and then using her hands to embellish and whatnot, and then moments whenever the fire takes over for the bits of the story, she kind of steps back and lets that take its centerpiece. All while anytime describing moments where El Toro was just being an absolute badass, which is about 99% of the fight, she motions back towards him.
Just sore as hell, like.
And after she's done telling this story, because I now have flavor for this, and you're really, really hurt, she's going to walk over and do a cure wounds. I'm sorry, buddy, this is going to hurt. And the hairs extend from her fingers, and she puts them over the wounds, and it sinks in, stitching over the spots, pulling the wounds closed. And then there's a scar left behind, but you get a D8 plus 3. And that's 4.
I'll take it.
And the people standing by listening to this are wowed, not just by like the story itself, but the effects, the dramatic interpretation of what went on, the sheer like wounds sustained by El Toro. The end of your story is met with raucous applause. And then the group gradually tapers off and goes their way, leaving you all. What happens next?
Salvi starts strumming her harp, same gentle song of rest.
I'm definitely going to take it this time.
Dalby begins to walk away to head to his box, as it were, and he looks over his shoulder and goes, "You look awful injured, friend. Sleep with one eye open."
You still look awful short.
Magda might say something about that, but she's been asleep like since the sun went down, so.
I think Near Khan is just kind of like, yeah, a little tired, very like pensive, just kind of mulling the day over. And he looks to Salvi and says, "I thank you for the good song. It's quite relieving, don't you know?"
I'm glad you like it. My mistress taught it to me. Something her and her sister used to sing, she said.
And she passed it down to you, right?
Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you again.
You're
And I
very
think
welcome.
he's gonna go putts off, go find a nice place to sleep.
Absolutely. Near Khan, tonight you were troubled.
Mm.
Not only by the occurrences that have transpired, but something in you stirs as realizations of the land of the Stepas comes into view for you. You remember times when you were really, I mean, I don't want to say the top of the food chain, but you remember times when things weren't this way. Under the sea, there. So sorry.
No, I love it.
Things were not this way. There were fish, sharks, jellyfish, seahorses, myriad of sea creatures of all different types that lived in harmony with you, the Tritons. There were even others under the sea that lived peaceably with you. And despite its problems, despite every society's problems, this wasn't one of them. Is this what all of the Stepas are like? And you fade off into sleep. The next morning, you all reconvene. And perhaps after breakfast, perhaps generally after spending some time beginning to rest, you are once again approached by Rev. I know that I have no right to ask for your help, but I know that you told me you wanted me to wait until we were leaving. I just I think Min wants to wait a little bit on that to make sure we're rested before we head off. I'm going to try and find this place
Where?
where Galen might be.
Oh.
And I if you want to come, you can. I wouldn't mind having you. Just, you know.
You see, Nir Khan rushes to this circle a little late, just like bags under his eyes, and he's looking a little drier than usual. Usually has a little bit of some sort of like sheen to his scaly skin, but just looking a little out of it this morning. He goes, Rev, I want to go. Can I escort you out of here? I don't want to be here no much longer than I have to.
Yes, I absolutely.
Great.
Okay. Anyone else?
Y'all can come too.
Where?
Indeed, where?
Is Magda
Find
anywhere
my
near
cousin.
this?
Magda would be there, yeah. And Rev would catch you guys up on what's going on. Missing cousin, mysterious note about like some weird stuff, and leaving a lover.
Oh.
Do you still have
forgot I
this
was
note
there.
on you?
Yeah. She would. They would hand you the letter along with all of the other things they found.
Magda, do you mind if I read that as well? And she'll kind of like walk over to sort of. She doesn't want to look over your shoulder without permission first, but she's like, I want to. Huh?
It's
What?
not hard. I am not tall.
I'm not that tall either, but okay.
We got a party of shorties.
-1.
Nice one. I'm average height. I think I'm like what, 6'4"?
That's what they all say.
At least average. Possibly even large. Okay.
3
Anyway.
inches is absolutely average. Okay. I mean, nothing.
Feet? We're talking in feet.
So
Yes,
anyway,
I meant feet. I slipped up.
3 feet. Okay.
Moving on.
So you're reading the letter.
Yep.
and just to remind myself, she's worried that she's become something dangerous and she's gone off to find a society of hermits in the wilds.
Yeah, let me go ahead and just drop that in the general for you guys once more. Well, not once more.
Whoa.
I guess I just sent it to Will. So let's do that. There you go.
Oh, thank you, God.
And if somebody wants to read it out loud, they can totally do that, just so we have a refresher on screen as well.
My dearest Alaric, I have stared at this page for hours, unsure how to begin. How do you write the words that break a heart? How do you explain leaving behind the one thing you cannot bear to lose? You once told me love could withstand anything, that no matter how dark the night, we'd find the light together. But what if the darkness is within me? Well, that doesn't seem very likely. What if I am the very thing threatening to snuff out the light? I cannot stay, Alaric. I cannot risk what I've become hurting you, even unintentionally. This city, its shadows and whispers, and my own failures have all woven a web I cannot untangle. I have tried to tell myself that I could carry on as before, but the truth is, I cannot read when there's names coming up. Cannot bear to see the disappointment in your eyes or worse, pity. Please believe me when I say that leaving is the only way to keep you safe. I'll be somewhere quiet, far from the noise of this city, where no one can find me. Maybe in the silence I'll find a way to make peace with what I am. You deserve someone whole, someone who can meet your love without flinching at their reflection. I only hope you find that love someday, and that it fills the space I have left behind. I will always love you, even as I walk away. Yours, Kaylin. Well, this seems very dire.
Also, they're not romantically entwined. I believe it's a sister or a cousin.
This does not seem to be from a family member.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, but Rev said cousin. What?
This is Rev's cousin, but this letter is not to Rev. This letter is not written for Rev. This is for something different. Yes, I will go.
Okay. We all go?
I'd love to get out of the town.
I would be delighted if you all accompanied me. I would never ask as much, but
Where?
if you wish, I would not stop you. Is he
Very inquisitive.
all right?
We're not quite sure.
He's fine.
He's fine, Turtle. Then onward, I guess.
Sure. Shall we follow you? Do you know where you're going? Right.
No, I don't. I don't know where I'm going.
Well,
I know.
Straight
it's
to hell. But anyway,
west. It's supposedly west of the city. I just further into the hills. I'm just not entirely certain exactly where.
would Magda know of a random group of hermits that like to live away from society off in the hills near this town?
Give me a
Question.
cheque de historia,
Oh, okay.
a history check. Sorry, let me speak American.
Grace was
The
so
history
unbothered
check.
by that.
it's just like, try again.
Oh, right. Okay.
17.
Sure.
17.
If this
I mean, you've traveled this region before. You would have heard probably of a group that resides in the hills. It's kind of weird. They don't really they live in the same vicinity, but what you know of them, they don't really live together. It's not like a commune. They're all just kind of out there in agreement to not talk to each other.
Gotcha.
Well, a group of weirdos. They live in the woods. I can lead you to them. Probably.
You can get there-ish.
There is not exactly a there to be. Just that everybody happens to relatively be in that area.
Where?
This way.
Great. Thank you, Magda.
Dalvey grabs Serena's hand and just starts walking in the direction that Magda pointed.
Absolutely. I would like somebody actually. Yeah, I would like somebody to make me a we'll say survival check. Preferably not near con.
I was gonna say I rolled. I can tell you what I got, or someone else.
I can.
The one person. Come on.
Nope.
I just rolled a
Magda
21.
rolled.
I was gonna say. I was like,
Okay.
Magda. Literally, this is you.
Okay. So. Oh gosh. Okay, that's adorable.
Yeah.
Okay. You all. You begin to make your way there. Hills become steeper, taller, more craggy over an hour, maybe 2 of travel. Everything seems normal. It's a grasslands, Travel overland is typically easy within such places. But something's odd. You get about 2.5 hours into your trek, and you're on the right trail. You see the telltale marks of somebody having walked this way just recently. You find a brooch that had fallen into a bit of muddy ground that Rev is able to tell you it belonged to Kalen. But something just off in the distance looks reflective. You're not quite sure if it's metal, if there's something in the grass. The grass is rather tall here, so it's hard to make out. But something is catching the sun and reflecting a a bit of light at you all.
Shiny.
I duck behind a tree. Not
Okay.
like, not aggressively. I just kind of like slink back.
There are trees here. Yeah, absolutely.
On my toes, try to make out what it is. What do my dwarf eyes see?
Magda, what do your dwarf eyes see?
I see a bitch.
Magda, what do you see?
I see
What
a
is
little
your-
bitch staring
Give-
at me.
El Toro's ass in front of me.
Guys,
My passive perception is 21.
roll me a perception check. Because this is you actively looking, trying to see something. So go ahead and roll me a perception check.
That.
That's a Phil.
You broke your mic.
Immediately breaks it.
You broke your mic.
Let me
Can't
translate.
hear you.
That's
Check
a
that motherfucker
filthy
out.
20.
You choked the mother out, bro. You can't hear anything.
I thought the beast took damage, man.
The
I
20
mean,
was so
there's
dirty.
a super
There you
sensitive
are.
little button right here.
Now
And the
you
little
are.
button,
Yeah, stop hitting.
it
that.
makes me shut the fuck up. Yeah, a filthy, dirty, nasty little 20.
So dirty, you just had to choke it.
So dear
Oh
Tay.
my god.
So dear Tay.
All right, so with a 20
That's wild.
perception, that won't get edited out in post.
No.
With a 20, you remember something that just happened yesterday? An illness that could be remedied by a certain root, but there was another component to this remedy. It was the blood of a beast. At the time, you couldn't quite remember what beast. You just knew that it roamed in these hills. You now recall what that is. The Shardspine Ravager.
Oh! Does that mean that I know something about these beasts?
What's your passive? I'll even allow for an active check. It would be nature or survival.
Okay. Let's see. You know what? We're gonna do survival. 21.
There we go.
21.
No, that I said it the way that I said it, and I did not stutter.
Hey, here's the thing. I know you didn't, but I didn't either. So, with a 21, you are able to recall that the Shardspine Ravager is a territorial beast that roams the rocky hills of this region. It is aggressive and deadly, with crystalline spines along its back. It is a rather large four-legged predator, resembling a sort of hybrid between almost like a lizard and a porcupine, with jagged reflective shards growing from its back and tail. You do know that because of these shards, it is pretty heavily armored. You would also know, and this is the last thing I'll give you. They can be fired off like porcupine spines, porcupine spines, just kind of, and used as projectile weapons. when the Ravager feels threatened.
Lovely.
And it seems
All right.
you're probably in this thing's territory.
Yep.
As you come to this realization, Magda, what do you do?
I made the mistake of flipping my mic around, and now I can't see if I'm muted or not. So that's gonna happen a lot more. Okay. I'm gonna try and talk to it. I can speak. I can speak Sylvan, which means that I wouldn't have to cast a spell to do it. Animals can just speak Sylvan, right?
No.
Or understand Sylvan.
No.
Most animals don't have a language at all.
Fine.
You would have to cast Speak with Animals. Depending on, you would know with a 21, this thing is it's not a fae.
Okay, fine. But, that is unfortunately a ritual spell. Oh! No, that's still a ritual spell. And it takes time to do that.
Did you want some help, Magda?
With what?
You look like you're trying to ready yourself for a spell. I seem to recharge mine a little bit faster than you. I could cast one.
We would rather not get into an altercation with this sparkly creature up ahead.
Well, certainly not.
Question, was it actually a creature or just part of a creature that we found?
So all you all saw was the shiny. Magda was the one who put together.
Dowdy for sure never stopped. He kept walking towards said shiny.
Oh boy.
I just wanted to make sure that is exactly what was happening, so that way I could...
Magda, this is actually a full-on Shardspine Ravager.
Magda would have grabbed the back of his shirt and just,
scruff him.
No,
not even that.
He's not, mind you, he would have just kept walking towards it. He's not, running towards it, so if
she's not trying to be aggressive.
If he made contact with his shirt, he would have just turned around. He wouldn't have let you pull him at all. He would have definitely been. He would have stopped and been like, "Yes." Why?
Yeah, reason with him. Reason with him.
Shiny is not fun.
What? How do you know that?
Just wait for me. Wait for the all clear.
I'll stand right here.
That's a good
He stands there and just looks at you.
Okay. The thing is, I would love to cast Speak with Animals so that I can speak to this creature. This is an animal, right? I think I would know that.
Uh-huh.
It takes.
That's
10
what
minutes.
That's what I was saying. I have Speak with Animals. I can cast it too.
Cool. Awesome. You should do that, either to yourself or to me.
So definitely to you. You don't want Salvi talking to this thing.
Give it to Dowdy.
Oh god.
That's tempting.
Can you cast it on another creature?
Oh wait, no, I can't. You're right. It is self.
I don't think
It
you
is
can.
self. It is self.
Oh, son of a... I don't want to talk to the animal. I'm going to piss it off.
It's okay. I will give
It
you
is
the words.
territorial and aggressive.
I will give you the words to say.
I got a quick question.
I would allow for an animal handling check if you would like, Magda.
Why do we have to talk to the creature?
We do not want to fight this creature. It can throw glittery knives at us.
Okay.
I have one of those.
Can we walk around then, or something else?
This might be the fastest way.
The fastest way is to talk to an animal that could tear us apart with shiny silvery knives.
They
Tear
tend
you
to have a
apart.
very large territory. If you would like to try to walk all the way around its territory, you are welcome to. I do not want to have to do that, so I will ask it to please leave us alone.
And what happens if it doesn't?
You can go for a walk.
Sounds good to me.
Should we leave like a food offering or
Food?
Has anybody got some pumpkin?
Oh yeah, I was actually just carrying a huge cart of pumpkins behind me the whole time. I was waiting for you guys to say something, but yeah, I got a whole cart full of pumpkins right here.
I have tea.
You know what? I'm just gonna make a check. I'm just gonna, because we're not gonna sit here for 10 minutes and virtually cast Speak with Animals.
Right.
She's gonna walk right on up to it with her hands out and tell him the sun's getting real low.
I turn to Stark, and I just go. Magda says if it turns sideways that I should take a bit of a walk. So hopefully you got healed up from the fight, because you got this one. All right, big guy.
No, I do not have this one. Honestly, actually, I'm
got it.
I'm kind of injured at this point. I mean, I can assist from a distance, but as far as being in my tip top, not really there right now.
Magda is actually just gonna straight up walk up to it though, and
make me an animal handling check.
She can do it? Rude.
Rude.
22.
Rude.
22.
Tomato.
How do you approach this thing? Like, just narrate how it looks as Magda walks toward it. What mannerisms does she employ?
She's gonna walk up a little shuffly because she's very old and stiff. She doesn't walk very gracefully. She has her hands out.
Dowdy ready as a dagger.
And her head's pretty low to try and be level with it and not above it. She just going to approach it and not try to reach for it, but I guess she's just gonna hello, my friend. I understand we are in your home. We would just like it better.
You get to hello, my friend.
Yeah.
This thing looks at you, lurches back on its hind feet, and you now see that this thing was low enough to walk amongst the tall grass, almost unseen. But when it goes back onto its hind legs, and by the way, there are 6 legs, so I guess the hind 2 legs, it is over twice your height, and that's not fully extended.
It's El Toro sized. Oh, God.
It is El Toro sized.
Oh, God.
And
okay,
unfortunately, the DC was 25. I did
Damn
put
it.
in the
I
chat
knew
that
it.
it would be
I knew it.
exceptionally high.
I know
So let's
I'm not muted.
let's get some different music going.
Can I throw that dagger?
You can. You said it was ready. Next time, I would like you to give me a trigger before the Reddit action goes off. But yes, I will.
Fair. It's a 14 hit.
A 14.
Yeah, that can't hit her.
It's a big.
I don't. No, it does not.
Damn.
It's armored.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got some armor to it.
Armored,
All
beefy,
right.
and dangerous.
So, you throw your dagger, and it glances off this thing's crystalline hide as it lurches forward at Magda. I would like everyone to roll initiative. And let's just pull everyone into a little map.
Ooh. Dang.
Whoa,
First time I actually rolled good initiative, I got told to walk away. Okay.
Now wait, you listen here, okay? You listen here.
You're the one that said
Because-
it. You know his character. You're the one that said it.
You're the one that was insisting that we should just walk around.
Walk away.
You're like, can't we just go around this guy? And Magda was like, you can go around him if you want to, but it's gonna be a long walk.
That 1, so a 3.
TPK. TPK.
Oh boy.
Shut your mouth.
Where are we entering?
You all honestly can be basically wherever you'd like. I had sort of imagined it being generally like entering from this side.
Oh, damn! Because I assume that's damn.
What is it?
I said, oh, damn, because I assume that's a dam.
Yeah. So I dropped you in here generally for like quick reference, but now to kind of set everything, I really don't need to set everything now. There's some water. There's a little plateau or like a little mini mesa. There's some rocks.
Big old Nearcon.
A big old Nearcon.
Why am I so tiny compared to Nearcon?
All right, where are you, Stark?
I'm by the dam.
Oh
Damn.
gosh. Yeah. How's that?
Ooh, big boy.
That fits.
Hey, that big boy.
And then there's teeny weeny tiny little Magda right next to him.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So let's drop in everyone's. Ooh, it rolled horrible. Let's see, what is it? Dex is not good either. So it rolled a 6 total.
Hey, yo, you trying to tell me I go before it with an 8?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. So Magda got an 8. Salvi?
Got a nat
Actually,
20
give me one
plus 3.
second. Let's do. No. Okay. And now let's see. Okay, so it rolled 6. Magda rolled 8. Salvi, what'd you roll?
Natural 20 plus 3.
23. Heck yeah. El Toro.
3.
3.
Oh, Toro!
I'm
And
scored.
Douthie.
10.
Okay, let's put this in descending order. Salvi, you will be going first as this thing leans up on its hind few legs and lurches forward at Magda. What are you doing?
Salvi is strumming a soothing melody on her harp for a moment, and as she looks out at Magda and then back at Stark, she casts Aid. So that's up to 3. Who's the Nircon, you said you're looking rough?
I have a level of exhaustion.
Take 5 temp HP.
Sweet.
So Stark, Magda, because she's right next to the thing, and Nircon all get 5 temporary hit points for the next 8 hours, or until you lose it. And I will stay my pitiful little ass right where I am, and that's my turn.
Okay. All right, then that brings us to Nir Khan. What are you doing?
I think I'm just going to already in action. That trigger being if the beast approaches me. And then I'll just kind of say to the group, like, do we really want to fight this thing, or is walking still not an option? And I'll wait.
Okay. Dalthi.
Did Nearcon actually just tell us to get stuff in?
Step off.
Get stepping, step ass.
Dalthi, for a moment, is really excited, and then he just sort of shakes his head and he goes, "This is a really awkward place to come to. Okay." He'll grab his sword and he'll breathe deep. He winces a little and then breathes out as radiant light illuminates his blade, and he'll. Am I able to get up to this thing?
Oh, shoot. I didn't draw the things. Let's do this. All right, so those are your zones. You could get up to it with a dash action. Other than that, you can move into this next zone.
Okay.
Oh, so dumb.
And I'm going to move into the zone. And I am just going to say, I'm going to make as much noise as possible and be like, look here, you monster, look here.
Okay.
Trying to get its attention away from Magda. And I have mind you, the katana is illuminating. I mean, I know it's daytime, but it's really bright. And I'm just like waving it around, trying to get its attention.
Absolutely. Magda, what are you doing in reaction to this thing beginning to lurch at you?
All right. I have a bonus action, and I would like to use it to turn into an ape.
Oh, it's circles in there. Nothing.
Yes.
I just forgot what circle you were.
Yes. I believe. Now you have me questioning my own circle, damn it.
It should be moon if you're using a bonus action to wild shape.
Stars. No. Look, here's the thing.
Is that just a bonus action? I thought it was only a bonus action for moon druids.
It is only a bonus action for moon druids. And I got my own stuff mixed up because, and quite frankly, I've been playing far too much Baldur's Gate. So yes, it is only moon druids, and no, I can't do that. But I can still turn into an ape as a full action.
Gotcha.
And then I have to figure out. Yeah, he's just gonna brace for impact.
Okay. All right.
Because moving is not gonna help.
This thing will launch a multi-attack at you.
Oh my god.
The first being a 10 to hit, probably missing.
Yeah, we're bringing up the ape right now.
Okay, excellent. And the second being a 16 to hit.
Why can't I just get a normal ape? Why does it have to be like the giant monster ape? There it is. Okay.
I got you.
Armor class, so the first one misses, second hits.
Yep, awesome. Let's see. Then that second attack is going to be... It lunges forward with a bite and misses. However, it then kind of lurching off to one side and seeing Dalthi's sword begins to move around you in sort of almost that kind of snaking way. As it does, it swipes with its tail. That will deal. Ooh, buddy. 13 slashing damage as the tail spine cuts across you.
Oh, wow, that hurted.
It then yeah, it is going to leave your melee range to go toward Dalthy. Go ahead and make opportunity attack if you wish.
Can that... No, I couldn't use my multi-attack for that. Okay, we're just gonna do normal fist attack then.
You're gonna fist...
Nope. No.
Fist it, attack it?
No.
Fist attack it?
No, we're gonna punch it with an 8 fist.
No.
Okay? We're actually not, because she rolled a 10.
You are correct. A 10 does not hit it. El Toro, that brings us to you. What are you doing?
El Toro is injured, so he's going to climb up these rocks into the next zone and see if he can find something to chuck at that beast.
Okay.
Any rocks
Yeah.
or debris.
There would definitely be some debris.
Debris?
Debris.
Debris.
Debris. Debris.
Debris. Debris.
Do I need to... What do I find with my Minotaur eyes?
And if you
What's
look
your
over
passive
here,
perception?
you can see all of the neurospices.
Guilty as charged. What's your
13.
passive perception? Okay, 13. You find
Grip it and rip it, baby.
one, you find a large kind of stone and a couple of smaller stones off to its side. You also find a large, what looks to have at one time been a branch of something that has kind of these gnarly thorns on it. That, I mean, I'm talking like, thorns, not, thorns.
I mean, he's got better thorns than that. I'm going to grab one of the rocks and attempt to hit him with it.
Okay, awesome. Ranged attacks do cross a single zone, so go ahead and roll to hit. It's going to be a dexterity based attack roll.
So that's only +2 then. Does a 14 hit it? Probably not.
A 14 does not hit.
That's all I can really do. I climbed up, I looked around, I grabbed a rock, and I threw it.
Okay.
And we
Okay,
appreciate
excellent.
you for it. We love you for it.
Then let's see. That will bring us to Salvi. What are you doing?
Salvi is, let's see, where am I at again? I'll climb on top of that little rock right there because I do not want to get any closer, and I will fire off a crossbow bolt. Does a 17 hit?
A 17 does hit.
Woohoo! That is 9 piercing damage.
Okay.
I don't think this is going to be bothered by that. That's my turn.
Okay, so as you do that, it will take 9 piercing half to 4 piercing of a decent chunk of HP. All right, that brings us back to the top of the initiative with. No, wait, that was the top of the initiative. That brings us to second, Mir Khan.
Nirkan shakes his head and goes, "Great. I guess A fight is what we'll get. What can we do here? I'm just gonna run up. I think I'm just. Yeah, he's gonna take. Is the creature by Douthie, not by Magda?
Oh shoot! Yeah, I did say that it moved.
Okay, cool. So I run up and I just, as I'm like running through the forest, I'm like, fighting? Really? That's what we're gonna. That's where we're going. All right, here we go. I'm just gonna run right up, take a dash. No, I'm not gonna take a dash. That's not smart. I'll just use all my movement to get to the next zone.
Okay.
I don't believe I can really do. I might have a bonus action. Nope. Yeah, I think that's all I do. I guess as a bonus action, I channel my trident to my hand. There we go.
Woo. Excellent. Douthie.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, gee, Rick.
Oh, gee. Okay. Hang on. I just need to look at something really quick. Where are you? That wouldn't work. Neither would that. That doesn't do anything. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Well, this will suck, but I'm going to use my bonus action to breathe in deeply, breathe out on the blade, and go, well, glad I got your attention. And the light will go away, ice will form on the blade, and as an action, he will just say, he'll breathe out again and go, echoes over frozen lakes. And if this works, it'll be okay.
Oh no.
Okay.
I gotta see here. Right. Yes. So first, I need to take my crimson right damage. Okay. Oof. Okay. Maybe one attack. Okay. All right. No, this just happened. So essentially, an image of him. This all happens within like a single second. An image of him of ice is left where he was, and now he's behind the creature. And this essentially will allow him. This gives him advantage.
Ooh.
But I have to make it with disadvantage to see if I hit. But I do extra damage if I do. Oh! Okay. Not bad. The lowest dice was a 14 plus. Does an 18 hit?
18 hits.
Oh! Okay. Whew!
I'm not even the one. It benefits me if you don't hit, but I was nervous there.
I mean, yeah, no, how do you think I feel? Oh.
How do you think I feel?
Excellent.
Right, so...
You feel nervous?
Extraordinarily. Where are you, D8?
Where are you?
Okay, that's not bad.
Where are you?
Where are you?
All right. So because of that, 16 points of slashing damage plus 3 points of ice damage. And
okay, so how much slashing?
16.
16 half to 8. And how much points of
3.
Cold? Or was it cold?
Cold.
Okay. All right. Anything else on your turn?
He'll just look and go, Magda, run.
Okay. Magda, it is now your turn. Do you run? What do you do? Tell us! Tell us! Tell us! Sorry, got a little caught up in the suspense.
He's getting a little into it. Okay. Get into it, yeah.
I don't think she's gonna run.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll just trigger... No, because it already left her melee range. And... just looking at this, this creature, does it look like it would be better to attack it trying to pierce its hide or trying to bludgeon its hide?
What's your passive nature?
Passive intelligence?
Well,
or
are
insight?
you proficient in nature? It's 10 plus nature, or your nature bonus.
13.
Okay. It's hard to tell, but you know for a fact that piercing it was not doing very well.
Cool. Yeah, she's gonna attack it again. She's gonna do a multi-attack.
Ooh.
We're gonna try. We're gonna fist it again.
Hey, yo.
I'm sorry, what?
That is 23 and 19 to hit.
As does a 19. Roll damage.
Lovely. That is 1d6 plus 3 both times. That's 6 and 9. 6 and 9. 15 damage.
69, dudes. Both bludgeoning?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Excellent. Let me double check something, but... Okay. Yeah. Excellent. That goes through, from what you can tell, full. You see some of its hide beginning to kind of crack in places. The spines beginning to break off. It will now take its turn. It is going to... It is going to... It's going to multi-attack one more time. The bite will go at Douthie for an 11 to hit.
No.
And another 16 to hit with its spine, or tail spine, for Magda.
Yep.
I just wanted to hear you say it. That's all.
I know. You know that an ape has a 12 AC, but that's fine.
I absolutely do. And that will be another 9 plus 4, so a 13 total slashing damage as it lunges at Douthie, who can swiftly put his katana in between the teeth of this creature and himself. As it's gnawing on the katana, it swings back with its tail once again, cutting across your ape form.
The ape form goes down, and Magda gets ever so slightly scratched across the chest as the temporary hit points also get eaten up, and she's almost completely fine.
Okay, excellent. El Toro, it's your turn.
So the creature is currently facing Dalby, right?
Yes, sir.
I am going to, while he's looking at him, I'm going to run along down here. Just running.
Run! Run, Toro! Run!
Toro! And I am going to attempt... Which one was it? We're going to attempt a DDT. It doesn't cost any stamina to do. I'm going to run up while he's facing Dalby, wrap my arms around his neck, and just slam him on the ground. But I got to roll to hit. $17 hit? 17 hits, right? Please.
A 17 hits.
Yeah. Doesn't do a lot, but there's no save, and he's currently prone.
Ooh.
12 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
Unless he's immune to being prone.
Oh, actually, that's a great point. Let me check that.
Certain creatures are.
Ah, it is not.
Okay. So, he is prone. That costs stamina. I'm going to stand up and just immediately hit him with an elbow drop. Roll to hit. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does not hit.
Oh! Then nothing happens.
Okay. All right. That brings us to Salvi. Oh, what?
Am I flanking?
You know what? Go ahead. I'm always unsure whether or not I like to use flanking, but like, go ahead for the purposes of this.
That made it a 19 to hit.
A 19 hits.
Okay. As far as bludgeoning damage goes, it's a 9.
Okay.
Anything? Nope, nothing at this time. Elbow drop doesn't do anything.
And the creature is bloodied. Near Khan. Oh no, Salvi. Sorry, I accidentally almost skipped. Salvi.
You're good. All she's gonna do is fire off her crossbow one more time. It goes wide. Oh dear. And that's my action.
Oh no!
I'm a bard. I get more spells rejuvenated than all of you, but I don't get much I can do.
Talk shit to it.
Near Khan. It is now your turn.
Mm-hmm. How big was this thing? You said it was like El Toro size?
It's El Toro size or possibly even a little bit bigger.
Is that
El Toro, you're still a medium creature, right? Or are you large?
I'm large.
Okay. Then it is right about that same size. Maybe just a tad bigger, but not by much.
Like 8 foot, are we talking? Something like this?
Yeah, so I mean it takes takes up like a 10 by 10 square, so we're looking at 8 to 10 feet, somewhere in there.
Okay. All right.
But its body is kind of like almost flat, like a lizard, kind of out.
Gotcha. All right. Near Khan, I have to use a dash if I want to. I can use my movement to move around in this area, but I'd have to use a dash to get to the next one. Is that right?
No, you can use your movement to get anywhere in your zone or to cross a zone.
Okay,
it would be
cool.
a dash. If you wanted to cross a zone and then move in that zone, that would be a dash.
Okay, got you. Then I will use my movement to get into that other zone. Is that still within distance to attack this guy?
I'm going to say for the purposes of this, they're close enough to the border of that zone that yes.
Cool. Then I am just going to make an attack on him. Oh, that was the wrong weapon, but still an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
I'm going to make this... I don't think it'll matter, but I'm going to make it my Tempest Strike. Doesn't matter unless the creature moves. Roll. Some damage there. Why did it roll 2 damage die? Oh, because of the two-handed thing. So I believe it takes 13 damage then with the trident.
All right, and that's piercing, slashing. I think it says slashing right there on the little. On the thing.
I hit longsword on accident. I said I was. It doesn't.
Oh, okay. Then I would imagine for piercing.
That so it would technically be piercing with the trident.
Okay. All right. Awesome. All right, which is halved.
Why?
Because it is resistant to piercing and slashing.
My moon-touched trident is a magical weapon.
Ah. Then it will take that full damage.
Bada bing.
Does my sword is a +1? Is it magical too in that aspect?
If it's a +1, then it counts as magical.
It is.
Okay. Awesome. From here on out, I will be calculating full damage for your thing as well. All right. Speaking of, Nircon, anything else on your turn?
I think that's it.
Excellent. Douthie, that does bring us to you.
Okay. Is the only way to do a straight line ability without hitting my friends to be between Nircon and El Toro?
Yeah, probably, honestly.
Okay. All right. Well, thank goodness for being a halfling. This thing is bigger than me, I assume.
It is. That it is. I mean, it's a large creature, so.
All right, fantastic. I'm just gonna go. Ah! And I am going to say he sort of like does a little tuck and roll underneath it, comes up, jumps in the air a little, and just goes Devil Hail Storm Strike. And he will first off attack this thing.
Okay.
And now I'm assuming flanking doesn't count at this point because I went over here.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, I think you kind of have to be on like opposite sides.
Opposite sides, yeah. Cool. Yeah. Wanted to be certain. Ooh, okay. Well, I am exhausted. I have to roll, right? I have to roll with disadvantage. Is that correct?
For attacks, I don't think so.
Okay. It's just ability checks?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think he's also still prone.
Saves are 3rd level exhaustion.
All right, well, 19.
Oh, it is also prone, yeah.
All right, so 23 to hit. And so I deal normal damage, plus this thing has to make a dex save with disadvantage since I hit him.
Okay. Dex save. Disadvantage. Ooh.
Just needs to be to 13.
It does not beat a 13.
Okay.
You roll low with that disadvantage.
As he strikes down, the 10 slashing damage plus, 4 cold damage, so a total of 14 there. A 15-foot line of hail from out of like nowhere appears above this creature and strikes it, and it deals 4d4 damage. Dealing an extra 10 damage.
All right.
And he is very exhausted. He looks to El Toro and Nirkan and goes, that's all I've got.
No chance to run now, boy. We just fight.
Time to finish him.
Don't call me boy. I'm the same age as you.
All right.
Sorry, step up.
As it comes to
Okay.
Magda, what are you doing?
And yep, I have 2 different mute buttons to undo now. Haha. Shut up. It is technically still in my range. Yes. Who
Oh,
just
yeah.
rolled a ton of stuff? Okay. And it is flanked, right?
I
Maybe.
would say you could move to where you are flanking.
Yeah.
Would that give me advantage? I think so.
Advantage, please.
Advantage, please.
That is how flanking works.
Okay, cool. Awesome. We're gonna... It
Look
looked
around
like...
today.
Ooh, actually... I would like to make a multi-attack.
In Magda form?
How do I say that? Oh yeah, I'm not an ape anymore.
You are not.
Magda. Ah!
No. You know what
I would like to use old lady multi-attack.
Just
I
chucks
am,
candies
though.
and flip flops.
Take my chocolate.
Need to build you a
You know
chocolate
what
ability.
Oh god, yes.
Yes.
You know what we are gonna do though? We are instead gonna scrap the entire idea I had because it's a bad idea. I look using spells right now is I don't have many left, and we're gonna use the only thing that I've got left. We're gonna do a starry form, and as an action, using a wild shape feature, I can take on the starry form.
You don't have any more wild shapes.
Yes, I do. Right? Yeah, I have
No,
a wild
you used
shape
an
since.
8, and then you used a 1 at the very first episode.
Yes, but it has been short rests, and I get them back on short rests, not long
Short
rests.
rest, right. Yep, you're right. Correct. Sorry. My bad.
No worries.
Yet.
Okay, yes. Starry shape. And that starry shape is going to be I don't think we're gonna do the chalice one.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, Archer. I mixed it up. Archer is the one that I want to do so that I can attack it.
Beautiful.
Because it's a bonus action. I can make a ranged spell attack and add extra things to that, so that's super cool. I wish my brain would do brain things today.
A ranged spell attack would be at disadvantage because you're still in melee.
I am still in melee. I'm still very close to it. Y'all shut up in the group chat. That's not helping me.
I think it actually
Wait,
would help you.
You focus on you. I'm stressed out. It's helping me.
My problem is that it's not freaking telling me anything about the starry form.
Story 4.
Which one?
I've never used it before. My Archer one Okay, there it is. That was all that I needed to know. Okay. I hate to do it, but I'm gonna back up from it. And I'm gonna try
an opportunity attack.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I'm gonna try and get up on here a little bit. If it doesn't like
so
swallow
that is
me
an
whole.
18 to hit.
That does hit. Wait. Yeah, that does hit.
Yeah. Okay, so
using my reaction to suck and punch it. It has to roll with a disadvantage if I hit.
Okay. All right.
17. 11 plus 6.
17 hits. Wait. No, 17 barely. 17 was the magic number.
Yeah. I hit him with 17.
Okay, so it rolls at disadvantage.
Yep.
So instead of a
it only takes 7 bludgeoning.
Okay, 7 bludgeoning. Okay. That is still a 16.
Yeah, that still hits.
Okay.
I tried.
Okay, you still hit it.
We mark that bludgeoning. Okay. Oh, I was looking for its attack. Right. It is going to, or rather, that is going to be. 12 plus 16 piercing as it catches you biting down as you run away.
Alright. 16 damage. And I would like to climb up on top of this little guy here. And in my starry form, I can use a bonus action to cast, I believe. And make sure I'm rereading it.
Where are you climbing?
There's like a ledge kind of here. And I want to try and get like sort of up on top of it, if that would be reasonable. I literally just freaking read it. Yes. In my starry form, I can make an attack as a bonus action. And that is what I would like to do. Does a 25 hit?
Oh, miss. Big miss.
It's 25 hits, yeah.
I know.
Dang.
And
You
that
just wanted to hear me
damage.
say it.
She just wanted to hear you say it.
All right, go ahead.
It's
go ahead
a
and roll that
whopping
damage.
5 damage.
Dang!
Hey, you know what's not dead?
Not to brag or anything.
Ha! However, it's close.
It is? What?
So-
No, it's not.
It's close. It's close to death.
So close.
Literally what?
Moving on.
That's okay. I'll see myself out.
On its turn, I would like everyone but Salvi, actually, to make me a dexterity save.
Huh?
Even if I'm technically up on top of that ledge thingy?
Yes.
Dang it.
17.
Okay.
Got a 14.
That was almost 19. It's a 6.
13. And that was with the disadvantage.
Okay.
Saves don't get disadvantage for exhaustion.
Oh, yeah. Near Khan, I think you also have disadvantage, right? Or is it?
No, if it's from exhaustion, that's only for ability checks.
You're correct.
Pretty sure it's 3rd level where it's disadvantage for attacks and saves.
Yeah, strange.
Then in that case, it was 19 for me then.
Okay, so Magda, you will take 15 piercing, as the rest of you take 7 piercing.
What?
Ow! 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 Ow!
This thing kind of rears back and goes back down on all 6 legs and just fires off spines in all directions, and they begin to grow back instantly, piercing into all of you, but not finding direct purchase on anything vital in those who pass the save. It then it will begin to cower. It does move out of melee of all of you. Its eyes are lowered, and it just begins like backtracking. You may take opportunity attacks if you wish.
I used my reaction already.
As a part of Tempest Strike, if it moves more than 5 feet, it takes damage.
Okay, how much damage does it take?
It is going to take 1d8 thunder damage as a swirling tempest surrounds it and breaks on its back.
Thunder.
Okay, roll that damage.
Thunderstruck! That's 6 damage. Nirkan is also going to take a swipe at it with that opportunity attack. I'm going to click the right one this time with that trident. Ooh, nat 20. Jeez Louise.
All right, so so it does. Okay, so roll that damage and let's see what happens.
I'll roll it.
Singing footage.
I'll roll it in person since it's kind of wonky on D&D Beyond. That is going to be. You do not double the additional damage for strength, right?
Correct. Just the dice rolls.
Okay, cool. So that is going to be 19 damage.
All right, Nirkan, what does it look like when this thing goes down?
I think it starts to back away, and Nirkan gets very serious and very somber, and it's not messy. He just quickly goes for like underneath with the trident to try to get into the chest, into some vital organs, and then kind of swings it back down to just hit it right on the head to hopefully get motor function and brain function to cease. And it's a very clean, quick kill. And he leans down and just says, "Your fight end here. May your soul return to the depths." And just kind of like sits there for a second.
As your trident goes down, I will need all of you but Salvi once again to make a final dex save.
Oh no. $15.
Okay.
18.
13.
Okay.
14.
Dalfi. Well, Nirkan, as you lean down toward this thing to whisper your kind of spiritual sending off of this creature, you see the spines that have grown back. Almost as if like in slow motion, you see them detaching themselves and firing as it kind of has that almost like its kind of last defense mechanism as it begins to die. you were able to duck, like rolling out of its way just in time, as are Stark and Magda. However, Douthie, you will take 9 more piercing damage. The rest of you take none.
Is there a way I can jump in front of the damage for Dalby?
Honestly, I'm going to say no on this one, but I will look into like an optional rule for that at some point, because I like the idea.
Douthie doesn't fall with a smile. He's like, his sword goes into the ground and he's just leaning against it, but he is very much unconscious.
And the fight's over?
Are we out of combat? Okay, awesome. Magda's immediately going over to Douthie.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Stark, you get the same.
That's 8 healing. Not great, but you're not dead.
15. It's that same bit though. It hurts. You're getting stitched up.
It's fine.
Douthie wakes up on his sword, just nice.
Glad you're feeling a little better. And she coughs up some blood and does a second Cure Wounds on herself because she's getting a strong 10 hit points.
I think maybe next time we should try to walk around.
I don't
mind walking.
Run.
El Toro's going to spit out a blood clot, and he's going to look on the ground to see if there's any tracks that might lead this to its cave or its hideout.
Give me a survival check.
Magda's going to start collecting blood from it.
Okay.
And also the spines. She wants those spines too.
Nothing to add, but I rolled a 18.
Somebody mind telling me why we're out here?
Nir Khan goes back to kneeling by the creature. And he just says, "Can we not spare an innocent life?"
Weren't you the one that killed it?
Can we not spare an innocent life? You had to go and kill it. You had to go attack.
Who
attack? Who attacked this creature first?
El Toro threw something.
Now we want to go and lie. Now we want to go and lie.
No.
Oh, are you pointing fingers at me? Is that what this is? Well, I ran up. I said, Magda, run. She chose not to. I chose to be a distraction.
I would just like to point out that this was not an innocent attack.
Are you sure? This animal is just chilling. Just minded its own business here.
Nir Khan, please.
Protecting its territory. And who comes up and attacks?
It attacked me.
Why?
Because it attacked me.
You ran up to it. Got in its face. It's an innocent animal.
It had already seen us. There was no getting past this.
I told you before. I told you. Let's walk away. And you had
so
to
next
go
time,
you had
you
to
walk
go
away.
up its territory. You had to go up. And now
so
look,
next time,
a light
you can walk
extinguished.
away.
It's just... Does it mean nothing to you?
Can I ask a question?
Does it mean nothing?
It means more to me than you will ever understand.
Your prayer.
Yeah, you approached it. You said this life means so much to me that I'm gonna go up and attack him. It means so much. I'm gonna get in his business. I'm gonna make sure he attacks me back. I'm gonna get so far in his business that he feels threatened by me and has to attack.
We had entered its business long before we ever knew we had.
And
there was no getting away from this.
That's the only answer.
Were we sent here to kill this thing? And why are we here?
How do you not understand what you are doing here?
Salvi shows Dowdy the letter.
I literally came to. I'm sorry that you've only experienced this maybe once before with me. Have I not made it clear? I am not my own person most of the time. Sometimes I get the opportunity to be, and happily I am here. And I tried to help, but here we are. I don't know what's going on, so I apologize if that's inconvenient for you.
Nirkan does not seem to understand the concept of self-defense.
I think
I
of
understand it.
all people near Khan understand it more than most, actually. He's a warrior through and through. It's who he is. But I'm confused. Why was he, as he's talking while he's skimming the letter, he goes, who's Kalen?
We're on the way to find Galen. We happened to trespass on this creature's territory. Very unfortunate.
Contact in the city.
A contact in the city. Okay, all right. Who's Hot Rev?
You didn't see like a Rev.
Yeah, just hiding behind with Serena, I assume.
Like
We are here to find Rev.
You're muted,
head
Dash.
out.
There you go.
No, you're good.
I just unmuted. Sorry. Yeah, Rev is definitely like poking their head around like a stone, kind of like that. Is it over?
I think so.
It's safe
Well,
to come out.
over is an understatement. Also, I'm exhausted. What
I am
are
as
we
well.
doing? We should have ran. We should have. We should have
I
taken
would
the
like to
opportunity
see
and
you get
ran.
away. I would like to see you have gotten away from this.
I absolutely have outran Balors before. I don't have to deal with it if I don't have to. That's how choice works.
Then next time you do it. And she just walks away.
Old and stubborn, I guess. I hope I am able to reach that someday. Nirkan, are you okay?
Perfectly fine, mate. Perfectly fine.
El Toro, you look awful.
I'm actually doing better than I was when I first got here, but still kind of hurt.
Salvi
You will get an
less,
apology.
Salvi less chipped, I see. But yeah, all right. I guess we find this Kalen person.
I don't know how willing I'm gonna be to keep going on these adventures with y'all. If the only option, sorry. The first option is aggression, is violence. We are powerful, the bounds of which we do not even know. I could have cast a multitude of spells to get us hidden from this creature and a multitude of spells to get us out of here.
Well, then why didn't you say that in the first place? You're sitting here chastising everyone for not doing as you wanted them to do when you barely spoke up. You merely said, I can walk away. You didn't say you could help. You didn't say you could cast anything to assist. You didn't try to change anything.
We sat here and talked about speaking to this creature.
Oh, I thought you walked away. Are you here now to say more?
You do not speak of things you know not. You're twisting the truth right in front of me here. I told you I wanted to run. I told you I wanted to go. And I said, are we going to fight? I said, would you like to run? And y'all said, no, let's attack the creature. Magda, Douthie, you went and attacked. So what did I have to do? I got to come in and kill the creature. I wanted to run. I could have done it the entire time. I clarified time and time again. Twice I counted. I asked you first, and then as you attacked, I said, is this really what you wanted to do? And you kept attacking. So really, is it my fault that I had to come in and keep killing the creature?
No, you are not at fault. You are at fault for speaking of things you do not understand.
Stark is barely alive. Douthie's barely alive. Y'all are in shambles. If I would have left, you would have been dead.
I took an oath to protect those that I can. And Magda, to me, was in danger. To be honest, you can think back on the battle. Who landed the first strike?
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
I was yards behind.
It wasn't me.
It was that. And she points at the thing on the ground. If you would stop for 30 seconds to listen to the people you are yelling at.
No, Magda, forgive me. I'm not on your side either.
I'm not asking you to be.
Good. My point is that there was a tactical advantage that could have been had and we could have left. The said tactical advantage that I tried to bring about was not taken. Our group decided to rush in, save the day, whatever that looks like. And yes, a soul has, as you aptly said, returned to the depths. And in my opinion, there's nothing that we can do about that now. But I hear your point on, knowing, making those choices. And are we just going to be the individuals who use a blade or other implementations, whether they are arms or magics of whatever kind? I understand. And I stand with you in that point. This shouldn't have gone the way it did. But we can't undo it. I've seen this time and time again. Doesn't make it right. But we are here, and we have the opportunity to make different choices. So, I agree with you. We should have ran. He looks at El Toro and he goes, we should have ran.
I mean, I initially just wanted to get him in the water and break the dam and have him washed away, but didn't really have time for a plan.
I know. And that's okay too.
I will not apologize. It attacked me, and I got valuable antidotes from this creature. Not intended, but a happy...
Perhaps. I will need to see that. I will need to know the results of like I'll call it a nature check.
Fair enough. This creature has valuable healing properties. When it attacked me, I defended myself. I will not apologize. Nature has its ways. And then she leaves. Actually, this time.
She definitely could have chosen to back off. She definitely could have. But she didn't. Again, a choice was made. And again, I respect your words. Now, if I remember them the next time this all happens, well, that's a different story, but nonetheless.
Right.
If it is me, I will honor them.
May I inquire as to a point of clarification?
Go ahead, then.
What is the problem with what happened here? You specifically seem very upset about this. Why?
I'm upset because peace should have been upheld. And I do not believe that peace was broken until we got into battle with this creature. It did not see us until Magda ran up. We could have walked away. We could have done something.
Point of clarification. I thought it had seen us. I thought it was staring at us.
No, it just only the reflection was what you guys saw.
I totally thought this thing was like watching us.
Yeah, no, you saw the reflection in the grass.
My problem is that when people rush to violence, to anger, aggression, that is what fuels the world. That is the energy you're putting into the world. If you don't approach everything with peace, with happy, with joy, with calm, and you choose instead anger, violence, that's what you are putting into the world. That's what you're making this world. A place where people choose violence. I would have liked to at least have chosen peace, and then if the creature would have attacked, having to choose violence to uphold our own peace. But instead, we approached an animal in its territory, which we knew it was going to attack. It's an aggressive animal. We moved into its face, attacked him, and killed him. We chose the violence. Even if we thought that maybe we could go around it in some way by approaching it, that's a gamble. Walking away, always the peaceful option. I'd rather do that and have to choose violence after than just going risky, going right for the kill. That's my problem.
Understood.
And in this tense moment, in the wake of the battle, as you all presumably will be setting off once again to find Kaylin, we will end tonight's session. The freaking drama, guys. Wow.
You gonna let us sit on that? Oh,
I'm absolutely going to let you sit on that. How can I not let you sit on that?
You can't.
I hate you.
That was... And I will let all of you sit on that as well. Think on these things.
Wait, can you just say that again real quick? I need to record that. Hold on.
This is already being recorded.
And I will let all of you sit on that as well.
Hey, yo!
And by that, I mean, till next time, guys. Keep on legends. We love you a lot. Thank God. Bye.